Hey, it's Christina with Tinagirl Travels. Today I'm going to take you to Okanagan Park Provincial Campground. We're going to have a look at the South Campground today. Having a quick look on Google Earth, this is Kelowna up here. Down here is Penticton. It's located right in the middle, right here between Summerland and Peachland. You may be coming up Highway 97 from the United States or Highway 97C, the connector from the Lower Mainland. Let's scroll in here and have a closer look. We're going to be talking about Okanagan Lake Provincial Campground. There's the North Campground and the South Campground. We're only focusing on the South Campground today. I'm filming this early in the season at the beginning of April, and the North Campground isn't open until the long weekend in May. I'm traveling north on Highway 97 coming in from Summerland, which is about an 8-minute drive or about 10 kilometers. As you saw when I was on the highway, it's nice and wide with a turning lane, both north and southbound into the park. So if you're coming in with a big trailer, it's no problem. As we approach the gates, you'll need to know that they are closed each night between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. Check-in at this park starts at 1 p.m. until 11 p.m. and check-out is at 11 a.m. This park does enforce a quiet time from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m., which is really nice for those of us who like to sleep at night. This area I'm driving through right now is a parking lot up near the top. We're going to continue on down the driveway, and as you can see, it's a paved driveway all the way down. Garbage cans on the right, and we'll continue on down. There's a few areas where there's some bumps and some roots coming through, but generally it's a nice flat surface to drive down on. Before we go into the park, I'm going to show you where the boat launch is located, and I'll show you the tent sites in this area as well. So there's plenty of parking for both here. You'll notice the shorter spots off to the left are for the tenters, and the nice long oversized spots are for the boaters. You'll have some maneuvering to do in this lot as there's no pull-through parking for boats, but there is this turnaround area right over here. So there are those long spots I was telling you about. If you're boating on Okanagan Lake, you need to really be careful. You want to be aware of the squalls that come up very quickly. My husband Keith and my son, when he was little, got caught in one while they were canoeing. They ended up needing a rescue, so it can be really dangerous and happen really quickly. So beside the boat launch is this great little fishing pier. People catch fish here all the time, and there's lots of rainbow trout in this lake. Let's stop here and have a quick look at the tenting sites available. So these are considered walk-in sites as you won't have your car right beside you. These sites feature a gravel tent pad, a fire pit, and a picnic table. There is also a pit outhouse for you to use, or you can walk about 5 minutes to the main bathroom area that has flush toilets, running water, and hot showers. I'll show you that in just a minute. So there is a pathway that runs past these sites, so people will be walking by. There's also a single site that has a little more seclusion, but it's still on the path as well. But it is away from the other sites that we just saw. Let's carry on and head right into the park. The difference between the North Campground and the South Campground is that the North is laid out down a hillside on terraces overlooking the lake, whereas this campground is fully at lake level, a little nicer for kids riding their bikes, and there's a large treed lawn area and a playground I'll show you in a minute. The North Campground is a fully reserve only campsite during the peak season, mid-June to mid-September, whereas the South has some first come, first served during the shoulder seasons only. I'll add a link in my description to book a site. I'll also add a link of a great map that you can download and print out of this campground. We're approaching the Gatehouse, which is currently closed, but I want to talk about what's in this area. If you arrive during a shoulder season and the Gatehouse is closed, you'll just simply self-register and pay for your site using the drop box. Normally, the Gatehouse is open. They sell candy and treats here. You can also get ice. So right across the lane is the park host, and you can check in with them if you need something. Right beside the host is the amphitheater, and during the summer, usually on weekends, there will be shows in the evening. My kids really loved going to these shows when they were little. The park rangers will talk about things like bats and snakes and local plants in the area. So yeah, lots of different things go on there. You can also get firewood here, and that will be delivered to your site at $10 a bundle. All right, let's carry on. Our next stop will be the main washrooms, playground, and field area. There's also parking here if you're waiting for one of those first come, first served spots or just visiting someone for the day. So between the two parks, there are 179 campsites. The sites in the North Campground are generally bigger, better for RVs than the ones here at the South Campground. Each site comes with a fire pit and a picnic table. Let's check out those washrooms. I love campgrounds with nice bathrooms. This is the ladies' washroom. They just finished cleaning them, so 3 sinks with warm running water, 2 flushing toilets, and 3 showers with separate changing areas. There's also a built-in change table for changing your babies and a Dyson hand dryer. I'm guessing the men's washroom looks similar, and then between the two washrooms is a fully accessible washroom. So you need to push the square button to open the door, and once inside, make sure to push the red button to lock the door. Outside on the back of the washroom building, you'll find the stainless steel sink area where you can do your dishes. There's also a plug here. While you're doing your dishes, the kids can keep you company at the playground. It's really a nice playground, and it's only at the South Campground. You won't find one at the North Campground. This is also where you'll find the open grass field, which is a great space to play frisbee, kick a soccer ball around, or even use one of the picnic tables. Just past that is the beach area. The beach is a bit rocky, so bring your water shoes. There's also no lifeguard on duty, so you want to keep those little ones safe by bringing life jackets. So let's carry on. There's a single loop just past the washrooms on the north end of the South Campground. It's a single loop. You can see that there's lots of spaces available here. I want to mention again that I filmed this in early April, so the trees and bushes have not filled out yet. In a month or so, this place will be lush and green with a little more privacy between spots. There are pit toilets on this end as well, and there's actually a trail from this end all the way to the North Campground, which is a really nice walk along the lake. So here you can see there are some lakeside spots available. This is a very active wildlife area. As I was filming this video, I saw a bald eagle just meters from me hunting other birds. I saw a large group of stellar jays, which are beautiful blue colored birds. I also saw squirrels and marmots and various types of ducks. So with ducks in the water, you'll want to be aware of swimmer's itch. Just make sure to towel off completely after getting out of the water and you should be fine. So the Okanagan also gets very hot and dry. We often have fire bans in the area, but you can get around that by bringing your own propane fire pit. As we finish off the final loop of this tour, let's talk about pets. Now you're definitely allowed to bring Fluffy along, but he or she must be tied up at your site, and if you're out and about walking, your pet must be kept on a leash at all times, with the exception of the pet beach, which is located between the North and South Campground along the path. Like I said at the beginning of this video, the campground is located between Summerland, which has a really cute downtown to walk through, and Peachland, which has a beautiful paved waterfront walkway to enjoy. Both towns have great restaurants and cute shops to peruse. Summerland is about 10 minutes south and Peachland is about 8 minutes north. The Little Acre Fruit Stand is located just up on the highway to the south of both campgrounds. And they sell all kinds of really great things like ice cream and corn on the cob and things that you'll need for camping. There's also the Fitzpatrick Family Vineyards at Greta Ranch, just north of both parks where you can do some wine tasting. I want to mention a fun little place near Peachland with Chinese food rated as some of the best in British Columbia. It's a little hole in the wall that you'll miss if you blink right along the highway. Make sure to call early if you plan on ordering because it gets crazy busy. I'm going to add all the links to the places I talked about in the description below. You can help me out by subscribing to my channel and clicking on that bell. Subscriptions are always free and just ensure that you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. I have lots of great videos coming up, including one on Okanagan Lake Provincial Park, North Campground. I'll see you again soon on Tinagirl Travels.